Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Raymond. I'm from the University of Texas, San Antonio. I am actually subbing in for our hub manager, Bruce Williams. So please be patient with me, working on trying to maneuver through the program. But we would like to show you how we're doing business, how you would be doing business with UTSA in the future. We have a platform we call ours Router Exchange, and it's our sourcing platform and our purchasing platform. But for sourcing events, for contracting and things like that, we have a sourcing module. And on that module, it allows our suppliers, our vendors, to bid on events that are coming up in the future. And all of this is electronic. And of course, as of April 20th, we became fully electronic through this portal. And the first few slides that I'm going to take you through is just basically showing you some of the things you would see in that portal. And so I just want to make that that part a notice. And it'll also show you about registration and things like that. And if you do need assistance, we do have the number below at the 210-458-4060. But in case you have need additional assistance, there is also additional support with the module. This is what your experience would look like if you were invited to an event. It's just basically the background of showing you that you've been invited to an event to participate in a quote, and clicking on the link that says, please click on the link of sourcing event will take you to that event. And that should allow you to participate and actually bid on the event or see if you'd like to bid on that event. Now, when you do click on there and you get this login message, this will occur when you have not necessarily logged in yet into our Router Exchange sourcing page. And so you would have to complete your sourcing, your supplier email and your supplier password. And I'm going to stop right here on this page just because I want you to understand that on this page, if by chance you get an error message, you'll need to make sure that you're the only one using this login. You might have to reset it or something like that. Otherwise, if there's additional people in your company that is actually a part of our Router Exchange, you might want to get permissions from them to make sure you can move further. Once you're into the event, this is what it's going to look like, and it gives you a lot of detailed information. And at the top, it tells you the number, the GPO number. It's the sidebar, and in that sidebar to your left is the items that you're going to have to complete in order for your particular bid to route through to UTSA. So without that green check mark that you see to your left, you're not complete. If you see it in gray, that means those are items that need to be processed and completed. And then of course, if you see the navy blue bar, that's telling you that you can move forward. That's the next button. That's the navigation. And of course, at the top, it says if you have any questions. So in other words, we say read the whole process. It may be a little tedious, but as time goes by, you'll get very used to the process. Now, this is just letting you know that's a warning. We all know warning signs. And so that's just warning you and letting you know that if you have not completed a step, that you need to stop and review your page and make sure that that warning sign has been completed, and it'll go away once you complete the step. And if you look to the middle of your page, it says, yes, I intend to bid. Once you click on that, that warning sign will go away. On this page, it's just letting you know that on every bid that we have, there are prerequisites. And in the prerequisites, you will have to acknowledge that you have read and certify on those in the check boxes. And once you've check boxed each one and you save the progress, it will, of course, that will go away. The prerequisites required will go away. Without checking those boxes, it will not allow you to move forward in the event. Okay, this is basically a bid attachments. Your buyer, and when I say buyer, that is us. We are representatives for the university to put out these bids, and we're the buyer for this event. And at the top it says Antonio, so we're just using Antonio as an example. And Antonio put in a quote, and it is he's the buyer, and his attachments that he wants you to look at and to take actions, whether you accept them or you decline. But those are the actions that you will have to open up those attachments and review the documents and proceed. Okay, suppliers attachments. Now, once you do have your attachments, you decided you would like to bid on this, you have to make sure you upload your attachments and make sure that you put them in a PDF file and make sure that they are available and that they have attached to the event themselves. Now, with that being said, the items where you see the first circle, it says respond to item. You must respond to those items to be able to move forward, because anything that is not completely fulfilled will be you basically saying that you're not interested in the event, because it'll disqualify you. So make sure when you're looking at our events that you do make sure that you complete the tasks that are required of you. Now, and this is just basically saying the same thing. This is just telling you that you need to respond to these events and submit your response. And at the bottom, it says certification. Certification is letting us know that you have read your documents, you have reviewed your documents, and you certify that the statements and information response to this is true and correct. And without that, the bid will not be submitted. And of course, this is the major step that you're looking for. You're looking for that beautiful green box that says next steps, because that's saying that you have submitted your bid. And so you're now waiting for the either close date or for the bid review and things like that to happen. But you're always looking for the green. If you see green, you're doing really good. Now, based on that, that was just like a preview of what you would be walking through when you're wanting to place a bid with the university. We have our bid opportunities at the bid side quest, and I'm stopping at this page only because if you notice it says bids.sidequest. If you have been invited to a bid, or if you've called us and you're saying I'm having trouble, I haven't received an email because I want to respond to a bid but haven't received an email, that bids.sidequest.com, if you do not have your firewall available to receive emails from that provider, which is what our Route Exchange sits on. It sits on the platform through SideQuest/Jagger. If you don't have that available to us, you will not receive those emails. It'll block, your firewall will block that email. So a lot of people are looking for emails directly from UTSA. Sometimes you will see that word SideQuest, and you want to make sure that you speak with your IT department so they will make sure that that is a safe company to receive emails from. They're not soliciting, they're actually the platform that we set our sourcing event on to allow you to see our events for bid purposes. So there are two ways that you can do this bid. And of course, once we do receive bids and once we do receive your bid proposals, we do have to follow our state and local laws and make those applicable to whatever specifics to that program, to that bid process. But we have two processes. We do the best value invitation, which is the IFB. And of course, on the IFB, that number, whatever number is stated on your quote, is non-negotiable. And then we have the RFP, which is the one that we can negotiate and and agree upon and on terms and conditions on that one. But if it's the IFB, whatever stated in your bid was not changeable. Now, contracting opportunities, you can see this list. We have quite a few, and as the university is growing, and UTSA is definitely growing and looking forward to doing bigger and better things. We have multitudes of opportunities for bid opportunities, and they are pretty much going out almost, I will say, at least weekly, if not daily in some cases. And we're doing a lot of work. And of course, the 3 you see is the capital projects, which is equipment, and then of course capital projects sub-bidding, and you see Whiting and Turner. But all of the areas under the subcontracting are available for you to pursue and put in your bid for those. And of course, we have temporary services, consulting services, employment services, anything involving services can fall under that category as well. Because of that, with the link that we just showed you, there are going to be different links that you can go to find your support. And because everyone wants to know, well, how do I reach out and find these people to get involved with these projects, and where do I find that? And the first thing is, okay, purchasing department contacts. If you go to our link, which is listed at http://www.utsa.edu purchasing, you will find a list of the buyers. You will also be able to find resources for suppliers so that you can see this same type of process, and you can see what we have out right now that's out for bid. And of course, major capital projects, business affairs, and I want to give you a little caveat on this. The website is on a soft opening. They have renewed that entire web page, but I recommend that you go to that web page to also view opportunities for different projects that we will have coming or that are in process. And of course, a lot of contractors, the facilities and engineering and project management. That URL is really important and critical to you because it has a list of the departments and the people, and that can also provide you information on what could be coming around, and the type of things that you would be interested in for bid opportunities. Capital projects, this Justin Lehman and Jeremy Moeller, project managers at Whiting Turner, would be yours if you wanted to do subcontracting. And this is for capital project subcontracting. And of course, for JOC general contracting, we do Sabinal and Sullivan contractors, and their links or emails are below as well. And with that being said, of course, reach out to them to see if you can, if you don't, because a lot of the projects are really big. So if you just want to do subcontracting, just to drywall, just paint, I won't say just, but if you just want one particular area, the subcontracting opportunities are amazing. To just reach out to these companies as well to see if you can be a part of their bid process on the bigger picture. So you can get a bite-sized piece for your company versus trying to take in the whole piece, the whole oversized puzzle. Part of that, so in doing business with us, these are highly recommended, and the capability statement and the elevator pitch, that's something that you should not just give to UTSA, but you should be giving to those subcontractors as well, making sure that within a trip on the elevator, they will know your capabilities and what you can do, and that you're ready to go. And so that capability statement should be about that long, just making sure that they understand what you can do, give them some history of your company and moving forward. Of course, online directory, we have the opportunity for you to be able to actually, if you know someone's name, you know someone's department, go in and Google the UTSA directory and reach out to them. And of course, the fourth step, connecting process model is connect, finding the right leads, getting them to respond. That, of course, will go back to those web pages that we provided you. The one for UTSA, for financial affairs, for facilities, and for purchasing. Make your connections there. And then, of course, qualify. Make sure that you're in the right place in the right time so that they'll know what you're able to do and that you're ready to get the job done. And of course, getting them to say yes. We all want to get them to say yes. So make sure that you are prepared and you have all of your ducks in a row. That would include making sure that you get linked up to our Jagger profile so that you can have access to these events so that you'll know what's going on at all times. And of course, delivery, having the process to continue the relationship. So make sure you are able to have all of your contacts, all of your commitments in place. Make sure that you, like I said, make sure you're in our system so you'll be visible to see our events, and then we can see you and invite you to those events. And of course, keep track. And what that word keep track, if you do get a bid and you get a bid opportunity, a lot of our bids, everyone that calls us that would like support gives us the event's name. The quickest and fastest way to get that information and get support for that information is to give us that bid number. That bid number will get us to your information quicker than the bid name, the title of the bid. So if you have the bid name, which is right underneath the title of the bid, we'll be able to look up your information and support you and make sure we can, if you're not added to the event, we can make sure we can add you to an event and make sure you're on track, and all of this information, including the support through the sourcing event platform. Everything is done electronic. That includes asking questions. Once you're in the bid, you even ask your questions electronically and you'll get a response electronically. So everything is done electronically, from now on. So let us know.
We're just about out of time.
Okay, thank you. I think we're done. Yeah.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for taking the time. This presentation, along with a recording of this presentation, will be available to all of our attendees if they want to go back and rewatch. But thank you again for your time.
Thank you guys. Have a great weekend.
You too.